Look at the people closest to you. Are they your safety net or your ceiling? You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. If you feel stuck, chances are it's not about your talent. It's about your seating arrangement. This is the story of a man who almost forgot how to build his own life. In the towering skyline of Chicago, Elias worked as a junior architectural drafter. It was a respectable job, but he spent his days drawing straight lines for other people's masterpieces, far from the visionary life he once imagined. In college, Elias was brilliant. He dreamed of designing buildings that would touch the clouds. His professors told him he had a rare gift. But somewhere along the way, Elias stopped looking up. He fell into a comfortable routine with a group of friends he had known since childhood. They were good men, not bad influences, just undeniably comfortable. Every evening, after a long shift of drawing someone else's dreams, Elias would meet them at a dim local diner. They ordered the same food, sat in the same booth, and talked about the same things. They complained about their bosses, mocked the wealthy clients they served, and laughed at jokes they had told 100 times. Nobody at that table was building anything. Nobody was reading, learning, or pushing for a better tomorrow. They didn't talk about the future because none believed they had one worth planning. And slowly, without realizing it, Elias was shrinking to fit his environment. His older sister, a successful gallery curator, would invite him to art exhibitions. "Come with me this weekend," she would say. "Be around creatives." Elias always gave the same excuse. "Maybe next time. I already have plans." Late at night, in his small apartment, Elias would scroll through his phone. He would see former classmates winning design awards and opening their own firms. A quiet voice inside him would whisper, "That could be you." But by the next evening, he was back in the same diner, sitting in one of those 5 chairs. And each night, that voice grew quieter. One rainy Tuesday, the firm's most intimidating client walked into the office. His name was Marcus, a self-made billionaire real estate developer known for demanding perfection. Marcus was reviewing massive blueprints when he noticed Elias quietly correcting a major structural flaw in the margins, off the clock. Marcus watched him closely. "You have an instinct for weight and balance. You see what the senior architects missed." Elias shrugged. "I just follow the specs." "No," Marcus replied. "That's instinct." Elias froze. No one in years had called him a visionary. Marcus handed Elias his personal card and paused at the door. "Tell me something, son. Who do you spend your evenings with?" Elias blinked. "My friends. Why?" Marcus smiled knowingly. "I hire hundreds of talented people. The ones who never grow always give that answer. Potential without the right environment is like a seed in concrete. Alive, but it will never break through." Those words haunted Elias. That evening, the diner felt different. For the first time, Elias didn't just hear his friends. He listened. One complained about his manager, but hadn't updated his resume in 5 years. Another mocked a guy from their hometown who had started a small business. Elias looked at the 5 chairs around the table. 5 men going nowhere. And he was the 6th. The next morning, Elias called his sister and asked to attend the design symposium. When he walked into the bright hall, he felt out of place, like breathing different air. People carried notebooks, talked about goals as if goals were normal. The keynote speaker stepped onto the stage and placed 5 empty chairs in a circle. "You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with." If 4 out of 5 people in your circle complain but never change, you will learn to complain. If 4 mock ambition, you will hide yours. But, the speaker smiled, if your circle dreams big, you will dream bigger. The people around you shape you more than any book or video. Elias didn't abandon his childhood friends. That isn't how real life works. But he made a different choice. He divided his time differently. Instead of 5 nights a week at the diner, he cut it to 2. The other 3, he spent at an open studio design workshop. At first, it was uncomfortable. He lacked their vocabulary, their confidence. His old friends noticed. "What, are you an artist now? Come on, sit down, the game is starting." The old Elias would have sat back down. The new Elias smiled, but realized the conversation felt smaller, like a shirt he had outgrown. Slowly, the people in his 5 chairs changed. He kept the friends who anchored his past, and added new chairs for those who pulled him toward his future. He surrounded himself with people who asked, "What's your next step?" instead of, "What's on TV tonight?" Six months later, Elias wasn't just drawing lines for others. He pitched his own design to Marcus's firm and started taking freelance clients. His income grew. More importantly, his spirit returned. One evening, his childhood friend David pulled him aside. "You've changed," David said quietly. "I haven't changed who I am. I've changed what I do with my time," Elias replied. "I had to. I was becoming someone I didn't want to be." David looked down, then back at him. "Maybe I need to change too." Elias didn't lose his best friend. He gained a better version of both. When you elevate your life, the friends who love you will grow with you. The ones who pull you back were never holding you up. Tonight, do a simple exercise. Write down the 5 people you give your hours to. Ask yourself, are they growing or standing still? Do they encourage your goals or dismiss them? You don't need to cut anyone off tomorrow, but you do need to add 1 new chair. Go to 1 event, join 1 community, find 1 person doing what you want to do, and spend time near them. Because growth isn't just about what you do, it's about who you're around. If you are ready to upgrade your circle and design a life of purpose, this is Tales of Life and Wisdom. Subscribe, take a seat at our table, and let's build that future together.